Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Danny Gobby Gymnasium here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, where tonight it is Chapter 2 of this county rivalry between the Logan Wildcats and the Chapmanville. Chris Kidd here with you, with Bill Lusk alongside me, as Robbie Mounts, our engineer here on Video Productions, with Seth Eastep, our engineer here on WVOW Radio. And Bill, these two teams battled into overtime at Willie Acres Arena back in December at the start of the season, with Chapmanville winning it by 6 in the end. And tonight, Logan looking to get some revenge, as both teams coming off a couple of close wins in their last contest at home.
Yeah, the question for me is what type of legs does Logan have after playing last night in the Parmar shootout, or Parmar Store shootout at Big House at West Virginia State University. They lost by 17 to South Charleston. I think that's going to be an issue for me to keep an eye on, is the legs of Logan. If they have, what kind of legs have they got? Do they have anything left in the tank? Because, they got to play tomorrow over at Tech Valley too. So 3 games in 3 days against quality opponents. 3 teams that, could be state tournament quality worthy. And, for me, Chapmanville, they're coming off a close win over at Wyoming East. Lucky to get out there with a win. We'll see what they've got after they've had a day off. And, for Logan, they've, trying to rebound from that loss. We saw them Tuesday night, and they were sluggish against Lincoln County. I think that's about the best word to put it, sluggish.
Yeah, I agree. It was not a typical Logan performance, winning on a 3 by Julius Clancy with 10 seconds left in the game, 47-44. And Chapmanville had their struggles against Winfield here at home in their last contest, but pulled away down the stretch with a strong fourth quarter, winning that game by 9. Well, Bill and I are going to step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about tonight's contest between the Logan Wildcats and the Chapmanville Tigers. You are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball action here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, with Seth Eastep, our WVOW engineer tonight. Robbie Mounts, our engineer here on Video Productions. And here exclusively on Video Productions tonight, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Joshua Butcher, who is running for circuit judge in the newly combined Logan Mingo Circuit. Again, that's Joshua Butcher for circuit judge in the newly combined Logan Mingo Circuit. That is paid for by the committee to elect Joshua Butcher, Merle Dempsey, treasurer. We'd also like to thank our other sponsor here tonight on Video Productions, Greg Vance, running for Magistrate Court here in 2024. Again, that is Greg Vance for Magistrate 2024, paid for by the candidate, Roy Lambert, Treasurer. Again, Bill, we get set here for tip-off in less than 5 minutes from Chapmanville, West Virginia. You've got a near sold-out crowd already in the stands. They were already here for the JV game as well, and everyone's been anticipating this matchup here tonight. But a lot of people, obviously, like you said, a little worried about the legs of both these teams, as both looked a little sluggish in their last matchups. And Logan a couple times this week has. Again, the toll of the season starts to wear you down as you start to get here into February. But this is the type of game where you feel like that extra adrenaline burst is going to really kick in, and these two teams are going to be ready to go from the jump.
Yeah, not only that, Logan's coming off a little bit of sickness. They had some players set out a loss in Herbert Hoover a couple of Mondays ago, but they were back in the lineup when they took on Scott. Still don't think that they were necessarily 100% recovered from that flu, but recovered enough to play and be effective. And my understanding that Chapmanville dealing with it as well. Joey Gollyhue, fought through some flu symptoms in that win over at Wyoming East, and literally coming into this game, I think there was a game time decision whether he was going to start or not.
Yeah, because he's been out of class the last couple of days, said that he wasn't feeling good, and had a good game last time out against Winfield whenever we were here announcing that contest, and he's someone that Chapmanville desperately looks for either to be primary scorer or secondary scorer, but he's someone that they definitely need to score the ball here tonight in order to be able to knock Logan off for the second time. And if Logan, they can get the same production out of Matthew Hatfield that they got the other night against Lincoln County, where he had 15 points, 4 3-pointers. They've been looking for that from him throughout the season after he had a tough start to the year. If he can get hot again here tonight, it's going to come down to, I think, a lot of these secondary scores for both sides and which ones are going to step to the forefront and really be a big boost to help out the top-tier athletes on both sides, like a Julius Clancy or Zion Blevins.
Yeah, Matthew and Cole Blankenship had a pretty good night last night in the Parmar shootout. I think they were the two leading scorers for the Logan Wildcats in that loss. But, they definitely need him. We saw in the last meeting McCormick Gilderton kind of took over there near the end of the third quarter that brought Logan back from a 14-point third-quarter deficit and helped him force overtime. And a lot of people said Logan should have won that game. They just didn't close it out at the end. They didn't make enough free throws. They didn't make enough plays. And that, give credit to Chapmanville. They didn't buckle. And once they got into overtime, Chapmanville scored those first 5 points, and that was it from there. Logan couldn't recover from that.
And it really is going to be key, too, who can handle the pressure on both sides. We both know these are two teams that want to get up and down the floor. They want to put pressure on you. They want to force turnovers, get easy baskets. And both have had effective pressure defenses throughout this year. So in the first game, you saw it bothered Chapmanville a little bit more in the first half, Logan a little bit more in the second half. So you know that there's been a couple of adjustments on both ends as to how to handle those situations, try and get into your offense, try and maybe get some easy baskets out of those presses if they can.
Yeah, that's anytime you can get, use your defense, get offense, that's a big thing for the teams, especially in a rivalry game. And, we'll see how they elect to play this. We'll see how both teams come out and try to play defensively. If they try to, slow it down, grind it out, or if they try to, up the tempo and get some steals and some turnovers and, try to run one another out of the gym. We'll see here in, just about 5 minutes or so once we get introductions, lineups, and, the tip. We'll see how, they play it and see how it progresses as we go along. But, it's kind of a situation for Logan. Do you try to, play your game, which I expect Logan to come out here and try to turn them over and get some points at the rim off of turnovers. But, if you're Chapmanville, we've seen Chapmanville win games played in the 30s. We've seen them played in the 40s, the 50s. We've seen them put 80 and 90 on the board in this series and win it. So it'd be nothing new to Chapmanville.
Well, it's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And, Bill, what is the key tonight for Logan and Chapmanville to try and get this win and keep their momentum going?
They're getting ready to do starting lineups, so we've got time. I think we can get through these four that I came up with. Logan defend and turn Chapmanville over. Last night against South Charleston, they allowed the Black Eagles to shoot 58% from the field and 57% from three. If that happens tonight, Chapmanville's going to run them out of the Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Turnovers are going to be the key. We know that overtime loss, Logan got back in the game by forcing turnovers, especially in the third quarter where they erased a 14-point third quarter deficit. Number two, Logan's got to I think Logan has to dictate the pace. I mean, again, they get up and down. So we'll come back to those. Looks like we're going to have the anthem, so they kind of threw a curveball at us.
Yeah, they're giving us the other side of it here tonight. So, yeah, we'll come back with the rest of our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game right after this as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care.
Working in collaboration with Marshall Orthopedics' highly respected program, we're making orthopedic care available at BMH 5 days a week.
And from sports injuries to joint replacement, we are ready to meet your orthopedic treatment needs.
It's because we care about Southern West Virginia.
And it's because we care about helping our patients live full, active lives.
Boone Memorial Health.
We are bringing specialty care home.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
Welcome back, everyone. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you, and Bill Lusk is now going to continue on with our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game.
Let's steal a little baseball analogy. We were thinking fastball and forgot to react to the curve when they threw this one there. But no, again, just to finish up on dictating the pace, I think if the third game in 4 days coming up for Logan, I think if they can slow this game playing in the mid-50s, I think that benefits them the most. Chapmanville keys, Zion domination. We saw it in the first game, 32.16 rebounds once he settled down after picking up an early technical foul. Logan had no answer for him. He was in the paint. He was at the rim. He was shooting threes. Again, 32.16 rebounds. That's going to be a big key for Chapmanville tonight, trying to assert his dominance in the paint and on the court. He's a matchup nightmare. We know that. And, you know, the last one goes to both teams, the foul troubles, the foul issues. We saw that in the game in December. And, you know, whoever can keep their players on the floor and out of foul trouble, it's going to be crucial for the winner tonight. Julius Clancy, he got off to a good start in that first quarter, but once he picked up that third foul, he had to set for the entire second quarter because his third foul was picked up in the first quarter. Julius wasn't the same player the rest of the game because where he had to set, and that energy kind of dissipated from him. And, you know, on the other side, you know, we mentioned Zion Blevins getting that early technical foul. I thought that's where Logan lost the game, was when Zion came back in that first quarter. Logan didn't attack him, go after him, get that second foul, or maybe even a second technical foul, because he was still heated when he came back in that contest, and he played with a passion, and that technical fired him up. So if, you know, Logan done that, they could have won that game. So, again, Logan defend, turn Chapmanville over, dictate the pace of the game, and for Chapmanville, they have to get Zion Blevins going, let him get his domination going, and again, foul troubles for both teams. Whichever team has can overcome the foul issues tonight, keep their players out of foul trouble, it's going to be the winner.
Those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. For Logan tonight, it'll be Julius Clancy, Matthew Hatfield, Cole Blankenship, McCormick Hilderton, and Ivan Miller. For Chapmanville, Zion Blevins, Joey Gollahue, Cam Blevins, Benji Atkins, and Drew Berries. We're glad you're with us here tonight on WVOW and Video Productions. Zion won the tap, tipped it back, but it went right to Ivan Miller, but missed on the layup. Gollahue gets up, and he gets up a little gimpy. Got stepped on, it looks like, as he's hobbling a little bit into the corner. There's Chapmanville in their all-white uniforms. Tigers written in orange across the chest. Logan in their all-black uniforms with Wildcats written across the chest. Gollahue pulls for three from the left side. That one too strong and rebounded by Blankenship.
And Logan missed a golden opportunity to snatch the lead there, like the first 3 seconds of the ball game. Miller gets to the rim, can't finish. Possessions are going to be important in this contest. You can't afford to blow many easy opportunities.
Hilderton kicks it left side. Hatfield hot the other night. Starts out hot tonight as he buries a three from the left wing.
And we've seen that, Chris. If he gets going early, he has a good night. The last few nights we've seen, he has gotten going in the second and the third quarter, and Logan's got off the slow starts.
Zion Blevins with the ball. Chapmanville going left to right across the computer screen and radio dial. Logan right to left. Blevins drives baseline, pull-up jumper, too strong. Clancy grabs the board. He'll push up the left side. Looking to try and attack. Drives in on Berry. Goes up on the left side. Too strong with a left-handed shot. Taken away by Zion. Up ahead, Cam Blevins drives in right side. Defender flies by, and Cameron Blevins lays it in.
Good job by Cameron Blevins to keep his body under control, go up with a shot and make it. That could have been an easy block for Hatfield, but he was able to slow it down a little bit, let Hatfield go by, and finish at the rim.
3-2, Logan leads it 90 seconds into the game. Clancy drives in, gets Blevins in the air, goes up. They can't finish on the first attempt, but tips it back up, and Clancy with his first points.
That's because Blevins was already up in the air. He hadn't come down when the shot came off the rim, so that was an easy two for Clancy.
Berry gets it in the left corner. Chapmanville breaks through pressure. So far, pressure not an issue for either club as Benji Atkins tries baseline, runs over a man, and there's a charge called as Hatfield stood in and took the hit.
Now, Drew Berry's got to do a better job of knowing where the defender is and be set, jump stop that, and shoot it up off the glass. And that's going to draw an early substitution as Berry checks out and Jet Baisden checks in for the Tigers.
Early substitution for Chapmanville. As Hilderton will bring it up. Chapmanville will pick them up from mid-court. Logan leads at 5-2 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hilderton between his legs, drives in, blows by. Gollahue gets to the rim. May have been deflected from behind, taken away by Zion Blevins. Here he pushes up the center of the floor, gives it up on the right side. Three on the way for Cam Blevins, too strong. Baisden though grabs the rebound as Chapmanville will reset. Over to Cam Blevins, kicks it over. Gollahue gathers in the left corner, high arching three, but that one off the back iron. Clancy rips the rebound away underneath.
Oh, what a rebound. Clancy went up above everybody, grabbed that with one hand, pulled it down to his chest, and then pulled it into him to protect it so nobody could take it from him.
Logan looking to take a two-possession lead into the corner. Ivan Miller, baseline jumper, and he connects.
And that's where Logan is good. When Clancy gets in there and the defense has to collapse and help, open men are open for the Wildcats. Miller was the recipient of that pass, and he knocked down the jumper.
Chapmanville struggling from the field here early on. Baisden drives into the center, cut off, gives it to Zion in the left corner. He'll back in on Clancy, backs him down to the block, and runs over top of him, and a charge called on Zion.
Hey, go back to the Logan game. Go back to the game in December when Julius Clancy had his two personal fouls. He tried to come in and draw a personal foul against Chapmanville. I believe it was Zion Blevins that he tried to take the charge from, and he ended up fouling him on the arm as Blevins was going up for the shot. That time he holds his ground, draws the foul. That's a second charge called against Chapmanville, second turnover against the Tigers.
4:42 to go in the first quarter, 7-2. Logan leads it. Hatfield over to his right, cut off by Gollahue. Dribbles back towards the left, and a 5-second call made as Gollahue stuck with Hatfield, who doesn't believe that was the correct call.
The referee's telling me he didn't move, that he was still in the space where he was at. Looked like to me it was a pretty decent call, pretty good call by the official there. Hatfield didn't move much from where he started his dribble.
Down low they go to Zion. He'll spin away from Clancy, but then has it poked away by Blankenship. What a steal by him. He'll bring it up the right side. Logan leading at 7-2, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Clancy up against Baisden. Shakes him over to the left. Baisden recovers. Now Clancy turns around, goes up and under, can't hit. Atkins with a strong rebound. They'll bring it back up the floor. Quickly to Zion, has some space left side, and Zion Blevins lays it in.
And that's where he's so dominant when he gets into the rim and he gets that deep. Nobody can really stop him. And Chapmanville back to within 3.
Elderton gives it to Blankenship on the left wing. Pulls right in front of Cameron Blevins on the 3, no good, and Benji Atkins a good block out.
Logan playing a little too quickly for my liking right now.
Gollihue will pull on a 3 straight on. Joey Gollihue ties things up at 7 apiece.
Gollihue looks like that ankle ain't bothering him. Good spot, good knockdown. Now we're tied at 7, first tie of the game.
Now a near court pass, almost intercepted by Gollihue. He hits the deck. Yelderton drives into the middle, misses on the short jumper. Gollihue's leaked out on the other end. Blevins trying to get it ahead to him, but he got tripped up and throws it away to Hatfield. Now here comes Blankenship, drives in left corner, got caught in midair, throws it away to Baisden, and then a reach-in foul on Ivan Miller.
A little bit of a helter-skelter pace here in the last 30 seconds of this game. Blevins turns it over first, and then Blankenship gets too far underneath the rim, has to try to throw it back in bounds, throws it right to a Chapmanville player. But right now you see Logan's getting some opportunities to get some shots at the rim here, but you see that length for Chapmanville that is altering these shots and forcing the Wildcats to shoot them short.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, all even at 7 apiece. Now Gollihue pulls on another 3 from the right, this one online but short, and rebounded underneath by Zayden Sherrod, who's checked in.
Very fortunate that Blevins doesn't get called for an over the back there. That would have been foul number 2.
Hatfield drives in right side, hits the deck, and hits the layup in the process. He's got 5 points now. Logan back in the lead, 9-7. They've led it the entire first quarter thus far. Zion, top of the key. Nice drive in on Sherrod, over into the corner for Gollihue. Penetrates, kicks it back out to Zion. Gets a screen, he steps back. Now I'll give it back to Gollihue. Nice drive by him by Miller, gets to the rim, but Miller altered the shot and couldn't hit. Gollihue thought he was fouled on the play. Here comes Ilderton, drives in right side up against Atkins, lost control of it on the way up. Now an outlet pass to Gollihue. Blankenship trying to catch him, goes up. He got enough of the ball to deflect it away, and missing the layup is Gollihue. What a play by Blankenship. We saw him do that a couple of times the other night against Lincoln County. Now Ilderton spills to the deck as he drives underneath, lost control of it, and out of bounds off of Logan.
Interesting to see if both coaches for both teams tell them, slow the pace down a little bit, playing a little too quickly to our liking right now. In a minute 57 to go, Logan looks like they don't have no effects from playing last night as Trenton Atkins nearly falls in front of our broadcast position and trying to check in. I mean, good job by him to get the feet stopped and stay upright.
Yeah, I know. He came in like he was we owed him money or something there for a second. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but thankfully he's into the game okay. Apparently he's excited to play tonight. Barry kicks it into the corner, has to throw it off of Sherrod, but Sherrod keeps it in bounds. Here comes Zayden Sherrod. Drives in on Zion, pulls up with the right hand, and Zayden Sherrod hits.
That's a good job by Sherrod to know where Blevins was, pull up, and take the little short jumper, make Blevins come out and try to contest, but Blevins was too far back to even get the block.
Inside to go to Atkins to back out. Cam Blevins, good look for 3, and he'll hit from the left wing. He's got 5 points, and Chapmanville trims the lead quickly back down to 1.
Yeah, Chapmanville doing a good job of feeding inside, getting inside the paint, and then kicking for the open 3. That's how both threes have been made for the Tigers. Penetration, kick.
1 minute to go now in the opening quarter. Logan has led the entire way as Hatfield drives to the right elbow, gets into the lane, kicks it over for Clancy. He'll go for 3. This one off the front iron. Rebound bounces to Miller. Backs in on Atkins, and he'll be called for the charge, and that's a big one. That's 2 on Ivan Miller.
That's 2 on Ivan Miller. And we'll get Blankenship checking in. We'll see if he checks in for Miller, and he will. I think that kind of changed the plans. I think Blankenship was coming in for Ilderton, and right at the last second, they had to stop Ilderton and tell him to stay on the floor so they could go get Miller, who picked up his second personal foul. Now Gollihue's back in. And Trenton Atkins is out, and Clancy had just checked back in on that last time out. Don't quite know who he replaced, or he replaced Cole Blankenship, excuse me. And now we're back to the starting 5.
That's been the issue for Ivan Miller all year. He gets his mail at foul trouble lane, and he picks up his second already in this game as Zion drives in without Ivan Miller in there and takes it to the right side, and Chapmanville has their first lead.
Head fake. He got Clancy where he wanted him, gave him a little bit of head fake, got him going one way, went the other way, finished strong at the rim.
12-11 Tigers, 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Logan looking for the final shot perhaps. Sherrod gives it to Blankenship. Cam Blevins all over him. Blankenship gets caught in the air, gives it over for Clancy with 10 seconds left. Chapmanville really ramping up the defense here. Clancy up against Zion out near midcourt with 4 seconds. Drives to his right, spins back, pass over to Hatfield, 3 on the way, and he'll hit to close the first quarter out. And what an opening period here from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as the Wildcats lead Chapmanville 14-12. We'll be back after this break as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, Seth Estep, our engineer here on WVOW. And what a first quarter. Matt Hatfield with 8 points, including a 3 to close things out in the first period. These two teams picking up right where they left off at Willie Acres Arena back in December, as Chapmanville getting the first look of quarter number 2. Benji kicks it near side for Cameron Blevins. 3 on the way. That one too strong and rebounded underneath by Clancy.
Blevins has got to be, Zion Blevins that is, has got to be careful. He's nearly picked up his second foul for a second time.
Now here's Blankenship for 3 from the right corner, no good, as Drew Berry brings the rebound down. Here comes Chapmanville back the other way. Gollahue gets free in the left corner, wide open for 3, but that one's short. Benji Atkins with the rebound, drives it back in on the left side. No one cut him off, but he misses the layup, gets it back, and now Blankenship strips it away.
6 turnover against the Tigers, 4 against Logan. In this opening half, we had a tie, 2 lead changes. Logan led by 5, Chapmanville by 1. That's the biggest lead. And now we get a whistle and a foul called. Looks like Berry picked up his second foul.
Now that'll bring Jet Basin up off the bench quickly, just 50 seconds into the second quarter, as they have it listed as first foul on Berry up on the board. So that may just be his first instead, as Benji Atkins had 1, Zion Blevins had 1.
Okay, that's the one. I think I gave the charge to Berry earlier. Missed the foul on Benji.
Devin Maynard now into the game as well for Logan. Wildcats with the ball on a 2-point lead. Sherrod trapped over on the far side, gives it up to Hatfield into the corner for Blankenship. Now back up front, Clancy pulls the trigger on a 3, and he'll connect.
Clancy's second basket of the game. He's got 5 points. Logan back out by 5 points. Logan doing a good job of driving and kicking, moving the ball, finding the open man, knocking down the open shots.
Logan has scored the last 6. After Chapmanville took a very brief lead at 12-11, as Cam Blevins may have got away with a walk there as he got to the inside, and he'll be fouled.
Get an opportunity to go to the line for 2 shots. It looks like we'll see if he can come through as Hatfield picks up the personal foul. That's his first, team foul number 1. So Cam Blevins to the line to try to cut into this 5-point deficit.
His first free throw rattles out. That's actually the first free throw for either side here tonight, as Ilderton will check in and give Hatfield a breather.
That's hard to believe with the fast-paced action that we've had no foul shots, that no teams, both teams have been playing well, not fouling on the shots.
Blevins does sink the second free throw. He's got 6 points now, 17-13. Logan leads it. Ilderton up against Gollahue as he crosses the timeline. Ilderton to his right, gives it off to Maynard. Maynard finds a lane, kicks it to Sherrod in the left corner. Sherrod cut off, back to Maynard. He'll pull from the left corner. That one's short. May have had a piece of it taken by Chapmanville. Now here come the Tigers trying to break the other way. Cam Blevins pulls up from the left elbow, and he connects.
I believe on the defensive end, Gollyhue was able to get a piece of the shot by Devin Maynard. Then on the other end, Chapmanville good in transition. We've seen this for years now. Pull up, shoot short jumpers, and knock them down.
Maynard will drive into the center, lost control of it, taken away by Gollyhue. Chapmanville the chance to tie or take the lead on this trip. Gollyhue spins in the lane, goes up, and he'll be hacked, and that'll send him to the free throw line.
2 shots coming up for Gollyhue, a chance to tie this game as Maynard picked up the foul. That's his first, team foul number 2. And if Gollyhue can make both of these free throws, we will have the second tie this evening.
First time to the line tonight. He hits on the first. He's got 4 points as Hatfield quickly back into the game as he got about a minute breather. Again, every time Logan's leaked out to a little bit of a lead here tonight, Chapmanville's came right back, but the largest lead's only been 5 points for Logan. They've achieved that on 2 occasions now.
And Trenton Atkins right in front of our broadcast positioning, hustling to the table to check in for Gollyhue if he makes the free throw.
That one, though, spins out on Gollyhue, no good. Rebounded by Logan. They maintain a 1-point lead with 5:33 to go before halftime. Ilderton over to Blankenship, now to Sherrod. He'll kick it back out for Ilderton. Now Blankenship gets a screen in the corner for 3, and he'll hit.
Again, Logan has knocked down corner threes. That's the second or third corner 3 that they've knocked down. Once again, it's on ball movement and screens. Good job of getting a screen inside from Sherrod to free up Blankenship.
Good look by Chet Baisden underneath as it looks like he got caught in midair at first, but saw Benji Atkins at the last second, and Atkins lays it in on the left block.
Yeah, Benji does a good job of using his body to create separation without fouling.
Hatfield out front for Blankenship. 20-18, Logan leads it. They've knocked down 4 threes so far in this game. The Chapmanville's 2. Blankenship over to Ilderton, fumbles it, but gets it back. Now gets it back to the top of the key for Blankenship. Baisden on him. Blankenship will take it in, kicks it out. Now back to Clancy. Tries to drive in on Zion Blevins, but he's cut off. Clancy will bring it back out towards midcourt, gets ahead of steam, drives in on the left side, but Blevins altered the shot. Sherrod with the rebound, goes back up, had it lost out of his hands, just slipped out, and here comes Zion Blevins with it. Zion across the timeline, swings it over for Cam Blevins. Good look for 3, but that one's going to be short. Rebound tipped away by 2 Logan defenders, and it goes to Baisden. Back out to Zion for 3. That one too strong. Gollyhue, though, gathers the board, tries to go up, had it poked away. Chapmanville still retains possession. Baisden drives in, pull-up jumper for him, and he'll connect.
Good job by Baisden to get in the lane, knock it down, and that's all because he got into the lane, got the rebound on the first opportunity to keep it alive. 3's missed. Chapmanville keeps it alive, and to get it to Blevins, he gets in there and knocks down the short jumper and ties us for the second time.
And Coach Williamson will call a 30-second timeout with 4:02 to go here before halftime. And we expected these two teams, talked about how even they were, even the other night whenever we were talking about this game and the preview to this game. And so far, again, here tonight, no lead larger than 5. This game has been really tight on both ends. It's going to come down to just a couple of possessions, it feels like, again tonight.
Couple of possessions, and who can knock down more outside shots. Chapmanville struggling somewhat from the outside. They got 2 3-pointers. Those came in the first quarter. Meanwhile, you look at Logan. They've knocked down 4 threes. That's why this game is tied at 20 right now. Hatfield has 2 of those 3. He's got 8 points and lead the way. Clancy and Blankenship have the 3s in this quarter to keep this a 20-20 game. Chapmanville right now on a 4-0 run to tie this up.
Back to all even at 20 apiece. Again, Logan has led for all but about 30 seconds of this contest so far. Clancy will give it to Sherrod, back out to Clancy, swings it quickly into the corner. Blankenship pulls on a 3 quickly, never really got settled that time, but rebounded by Sherrod underneath as he got good position on Blevins. Kicks it out, now back over to Ilderton, head fakes, drives into the paint, pull-up jumper, Ilderton short with it, and Benji Atkins with the board.
Now, the officials, I got to give them credit. They're doing a good job of letting these guys play. I saw a couple of opportunities where you could have been called for an over the back or some body fouls going for some rebounds, but they're letting them play.
Now Cam Blevins, strong take into the middle, and Cam Blevins gives Chapmanville the lead back at 22-20.
And this is the biggest lead for Chapmanville. 2 points, lead change number 3. Now the run, 6-0 for Chapmanville, and you're going back to when Logan knocked down the first 3, they were up 17-12. This is a 10-3 run now for Chapmanville to regain this lead.
Cameron Blevins with 10 points now here in the first half to lead Chapmanville and lead all scorers. It's 2:45 to go before halftime. Hatfield 3 in the corner, and he'll knock down a 3. That's his third 3 of the half and his 11th point. And Logan quickly regains the lead once again.
Hatfield's been struggling to shoot basketball, but looks like he's finding his stroke at the right time at the end of the season.
Here's Baisden, dribbles in, had it blocked in. Nope, going to be a foul at the last minute on Blankenship, as he thought he might have gotten him clean, but that'll send Baisden to the line.
Yeah, kind of a silly foul there. Blankenship out of position, contesting the shot, and as Baisden goes up with the shot, it gets him on the arm, and that'll send Baisden in free throw line for 2 shots.
Baisden ties things up at 23 apiece, his third point. Sherrod will check out. Ivan Miller's going to come back with those 2 fouls. Picked him up late in the first quarter. And Baisden gives Chapmanville the lead back. 24-23, 2:22 to go here before halftime. Gilderton kicks it near side for Clancy. He dribbles slowly for Blankenship as he comes back to the top of the key. Now here's Gilderton with it. Able to shake Baisden momentarily. Now drives in on him, kicks it out. Blankenship dribbles to the left, gets caught there. Tough back cut through the pass behind his man, and now Chapmanville with the turnover, but Blankenship pokes it away and out of bounds. So it'll stay with Chapmanville.
Turnovers now even up at 6 as Gollinghue checks back in. That last turnover on Logan, kind of a tough pass. The bounce pass came in, but right as McCormick Ilderton was coming to it, it took a second bounce and then comes up and hits Ilderton right in the face there. I believe it went off his chin and into the hands of a Chapmanville defender.
Chapmanville with a 1-point lead. They've only led it twice tonight. That's now here's Zion. What a spin move on the baseline. Goes up, challenges Ivan Miller, and somehow gets it high off the glass and gets it to fall.
Finishes the way that only he knows how. As he gets it high up off the glass, finds one of them sweet spots on the glass, and gets it to go.
He's got 6 points. Hatfield goes for 3 again. This time, though, he airmails it over the rim. And that, I believe, was his first miss of the evening, as it'll give it back over to Chapmanville.
Minute 29 to go. This is an important minute 29 for Logan. They trail by 3. They were tied. This situation last night in West Virginia State, 23-23 with South Charleston. The Black Eagles closed the last 2:15 on a 13-0 run and took control of that contest.
Zion pulls for 3, no good, but there's Benji Atkins on the glass, and he puts it back in. And Chapmanville with their largest lead of the game now at 28-23. Largest lead for either team. Miller, baseline jumper, can't get it to the fall. Rebound tipped around. Hatfield grabs it, goes up, and he hits it as he goes to the ground.
Good job of having to get in there. He shot that high enough to where the big trees couldn't block it. Gets it to go, and that ends the Chapmanville 6-0 run. Brings Logan back to within 3.
Gollinghue dribbles into the paint, pull-up jumper for him, and he gets the high archer to fall.
So Joey Gollighue's getting going. We saw this the other night with him. Once he gets going and he gets a couple shots to go, he gets multiples to go as we get a foul on Baisden trying to go around Hatfield and get a steal.
34.3 seconds to go here in the first half. And that one will be the first foul on Baisden. As they get it in, Hatfield drives into the paint, pull-up jumper. That one off the back iron, and Zion Blevins with a rebound.
Zion gets a rebound, but give credit as Clancy's going to get whistled for a foul right in front of our broadcast position, cutting off Blevins. But as I was saying, Blevins gets a rebound, but give credit to Benji Atkins for getting the body on Ivan Miller and preventing Miller from going up and getting the rebound. Benji gets him in there, boxes him out, and drives him out of the lane. That allows Zion Blevins to get the board.
Chapmanville looking maybe for the last shot of the half here with 20 seconds to go. Underneath, though, they attack quickly. Zion gets good position, and he puts it in on the right block.
Kind of hard to hold for the last shot when Zion Blevins is standing right at the rim for the jumper.
Now Logan needs an answer. Ilderton drives in, had a lane to the basket, and lost it off his knee. And Chapmanville will get another look with 5.6 seconds to go, as they'll have to go full length of the court. Benji Atkins inbounds it for Gollihue across the timeline with 3 seconds. Gollihue heaves one up from the far side. Nearly got it to fall as it missed off the back rim. And that'll do it for the first half as Logan led for the vast majority of it, but Chapmanville closes on a big spurt and they lead it, the largest lead of the game for either side, by 7 as we go to the half. We'll be back in 2 minutes and talk about the first half as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball action here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barboursville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, The Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barboursville.
At the beginning of the game, or whether it's somewhere in that second quarter near the end of the quarter, or we've seen them in the third and fourth quarters, especially when they got the lead. They know when to add to it. They know when to keep the foot on the gas and put the opposition down. And that's one of them runs there at the end of the first half that usually spells doom for the opposition in the second half. And we'll see how Logan responds to that. Logan's getting a good look at the baskets. They're having difficulty inside because of the Chapmanville size and the length, knocking down those shots on the inside, converting those layups. But on the opposite end, or on the outside, Logan, those 5 3-pointers is what's kept them in this ball game for the most part.
Well, while we have a moment here on Video Productions, and again, Video Productions exclusively, we'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors here tonight for helping us bring you the action. First, we'd like to thank Joshua Butcher, running for Circuit Judge this year in a newly combined Logan-Mingo Circuit area. Again, Joshua Butcher running for Circuit Judge this year in the newly combined Logan-Mingo Circuit area. Paid for by the committee to elect Joshua Butcher, Merle Dempsey, treasurer. We'd also like to thank tonight on Video Productions exclusively Greg Vance, who is running for magistrate this year in 2024. Again, that is Greg Vance, looking for your vote, running for magistrate here this election year. Paid for by the candidate, Roy Lambert, treasurer. And again, you look at the first half scoring on both sides. Starting with Logan, again, Matthew Hatfield leads all scorers with 13 points, including 3 3-pointers. And you have Julius Clancy with 5 points, Cole Blankenship with 3, Ivan Miller with 2, and Zayden Sherrod with 2 to round out the scoring for Logan. On the other side for Chapmanville, they're being led by Cameron Blevins with 10 points, Zion Blevins with 8, Joey Gollihue with 6 points, Benji Atkins with 4 points, and Jet Basin with 4 points, and Chapmanville 4 of 6 from the line. Logan has not been to the free throw line yet here this evening, and 5-2 in favor of Logan from the 3-point line. here tonight. And we talked about in the pregame, Bill, that it's going to come down to maybe those second, third, fourth scorers in this game on both sides. And right now, Chapmanville's getting that done. Again, you've got Cameron Blevins, who typically isn't the leading scorer, but he is getting his point production that he normally gets right here around this area. Sometimes doesn't come till the second half, but he's already in the double figures. Gollyhue with a decent start to this game. Zion pacing himself right now with 8 points. Then you got Benji Atkins and Basin off the bench 4 points. For Logan, it's not quite matching up right now. Again, Blankenship a little below where he normally at. Clancy, 5 points, not bad for him. Miller, though, getting in foul trouble. Big problem for Logan in the first half. Really eliminated a big down low for them, and he can really heat up whenever he gets in the flow of the game. So, again, Logan's going to have to find more from their secondary scorers here in the second half. They can't just rely on Hatfield to try and stay hot.
Yeah, I think you said it best, though. The 4 points, though, that Benji Atkins and Jet Basin have. 4 points each, 8 points. 4 points off the bench for Basin. He's come in, he's had a good game. He's doing it on defensive end, he's rebounding, and he's putting some points in. And you look at Logan, the points, only 2 points off the bench. Zayden Sherrod, and we saw him in that first game. He had a double-double in that first game. I think he had something like 22 and 11 points. He was really controlling the paint for Logan, and tonight he just got 1 bucket in the first quarter, 2 points. Logan's got to get more production off their bench. Zayden's been the only guy that's played off the bench, but, McCormick Ilderton, who was the catalyst in that game back in December, especially in this quarter coming up here in that third quarter, he was the catalyst for Logan that led the comeback when he was going to the rim and finishing at the rim, getting turnovers, getting steals, scoring, getting fouled, going to the free throw line. He's going to need. They're going to need him to step up in this quarter, and if not, just keep driving and kicking for the threes, because that's where Logan has made their threes, is on drives and kicks. And we'll see if they do that here this afternoon. But Chris, before we throw it to break, I just realized something last night. These students here last night at the girls' basketball game, I wonder, they were, cheering for that 70 points and free ice cream, and they come up just 2 points short as, Chapmanville got to 68. So I believe the Tiger Grill might have been sweating that out as the Lady Tigers got close to that 70-point mark. I wonder if Coach Gore was telling them to hold it out. I wonder if she's got any kind of promotional stuff from the Tiger Grill to try not to score the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, and you start seeing those free promotions and tacos and everything else, and ice cream going by the wayside. It's a scary moment, I would imagine. And, Chapmanville got a big win last night on their senior night, so congratulations to Coach Gore and the Lady Tigers.
And it would have been a good evening for ice cream. We had like spring temperatures yesterday. We had it's probably like 68 degrees yesterday, so it would have been a good day for some ice cream.
Yeah, I was going to say, you enjoy it while you can, because it doesn't look like it's going to last very much longer.
I think we're going to get wet here in the days coming.
Well, again, here at the half, it is Chapmanville leading Logan 32-25. Bill and I are going to step aside for a break and be back for the start of the second half right after this, as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Everybody, Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as Chapmanville leads Logan 32-25, getting ready to start quarter number 3. And as you said before, Bill, the first 4 minutes of the half going to be crucial, and they're going to be very, very crucial for the Logan Wildcats right now.
Well, I might even I might even shorten that in half and say the first 2 minutes of this quarter is going to be crucial because Chapmanville's obviously on a strong run here. They closed very strong to get a 7-point lead going in to the third quarter here. Logan gets possession to start the basketball, so a very important possession. You want your club to come out and start with a good start to the quarter, get a conversion on the offensive end and a stop on the defensive end and try to score. And right off bat, we get a foul on Barry as he put forearm in the back of Ivan Miller.
And it's going to be number 2 on Drew Barry, just 8 seconds into the second half. And Logan just needs to establish some tempo here as well in the second half to their liking. As Miller gets it out for Clancy. Looks into the corner for Hatfield. Thought about a 3 curling off. Dishes back. Nice catch by Miller driving to the basket. But Benji Atkins, what a rejection on the back end. Again, that looked like an easy 2 whenever it got set up. But Chapmanville wipes it off the boards. Now Cameron Blevins over to his right. Picked up by Ilderton. Now doesn't have the offense set up the way he wants. Shovels it over for Zion. Now to Barry. Barry, top of the key for Atkins. He'll dribble over the left side, hands it off for Gollihue. Has his pocket picked by Blankenship. He's so good at that. Now on a foot race with Gollihue. Drives in right side and gets it to roll in.
Good job by Cole Blankenship to go high with glass to where Gollihue couldn't block it. So Logan fails convert on one end. They get a turnover and convert on the defensive end. So pretty good start for the Wildcats. We'll see if they get another stop.
Zion on the left wing. Guarded heavily by Clancy. Now he'll take it over to the free throw line. Pulls up from there, and he'll get the friendly bounce.
Now we know he can knock that down. We know he's a good free throw shooter, and he gets in there and pulls up that close to the rim. He's about a 75% shooter on a foul shot, on a free throw line jumper, I would say.
7-point lead once again for Chapmanville. Blankenship. Left side, back out to Clancy as Logan going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial here in the second half. Chapmanville right to left. Clancy back over for Blankenship. Blevins switches out on him.
Watch Hatfield, Chris, here trying to sneak to the corner here. He's going to sneak up to the wing.
Clancy dribbles in. Atkins shading over towards Hatfield. Now Hatfield will bring it out towards midcourt. It's Chapmanville extending this defense. After Logan having so much success from the three-point line in the first half. Hatfield back up front for Ilderton. He hasn't scored yet in this game. Goes up, blocked by Gollihue. Zion quickly out to Cameron Blevins. Driving up the right side. Logan back on defense. Cam will pull for a jumper. Gets the friendly bounce high off the back of the iron and through.
I thought that shot was going to come off the side of the rim when he released it, and somehow he hits that one spot to where it kicks back in. Good shot there by Cam Blevins.
And now this is the largest lead of the game for either side, 36-27. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hatfield looking, gives it to Blankenship, now to Clancy. Clancy will get it top of the key for Hatfield, trying to find some space. Benji Atkins all over him, now loses it on the way in, and Gollihue has it. Chapmanville looking to really put a big gap between them and Logan on this trip. Make it double figures if they can as Benji drives in. Trying to find an opening, kicks it out. Cam Blevins, 3 on the way as he hits the deck, no good. Clancy tried to one-hand the rebound and lost it. Zion gets it, he'll go up and put it in.
Missed opportunities for Logan there. Got the defensive rebound as Clancy goes up with it, tries one hand that bounces off the floor right into the hands of Blevins, and we'll get a foul on the other end. Zion Blevins scored that one, and this foul, I believe they're going to get Benji Atkins trying to draw a charge. No, actually going to get Blevins.
Yeah, they got him on the push from behind.
Okay.
Yeah, Benji Atkins was crestfallen that he thought that he got called for a block that time. That would have been his third foul.
That's what I thought. I didn't see the push on Blevins. I mean, that's a second personal on Zion. Now, if you're Logan, you want to attack Zion. Again, this is something they didn't do in the first meeting when Blevins got in foul trouble. They didn't attack him. He's got 2 fouls. You got to go after him, try to get that third.
Miller turn around with a right hook, and he gets it to go. And that's what Logan needs right there on the low block from Ivan Miller. He's got 4 points. Lead back under 10. 38-29, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Blevins to his left. Cameron Blevins gives it off to Atkins. Atkins back out to Zion. Zion to the free throw line, dumps it down low. Good look for Benji Atkins, and he'll lay it in.
So much attention's drawn to Zion Blevins, and they fail to account that he's a great passer.
Now here's Hatfield. Great take by him, and for the third time tonight, he hits the shot as he hits the deck. He's got 15 now for the game, 40-31 Chapmanville. Zion, right elbow, pull-up jumper, and Chapmanville hot from the floor to start the third quarter, and a full timeout called by Brad Napper with 3:48 left here in the period. We'll be back right after this as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Here with you this evening from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video production. Seth Eastep, our engineer on WVOW radio, as Chapmanville leads at 42-31. 3:48 left here in the third. And those first 4 minutes, Bill, not what Logan wanted, trying to close this gap.
10-6 to start the quarter for Chapmanville. Extend on a 7-point lead. Now it's an 11-point lead. And I believe that full timeout was a blessing for the officials. I've noticed a couple of players out here slipping in some spots that allowed them a chance to clear it up there and make sure this court's safe.
Nice jumper off the mark that time. Logan with the rebound as Miller grabs it. And that's going to be the third foul now called. I believe that was on Benji Atkins.
No, they got Drew Berry.
Okay, on Berry instead. So he's the first one to creep into the 3-foul category on either side. As they get it in, Hatfield goes for 3 from the right wing as Chapmanville switched to his zone that time. And Hatfield makes him pay.
Much needed 3. The reason Chapmanville switched to the zone, you see this a lot. Teams switch to zone defenses on inbound plays, and Chapmanville just failed to account where Hatfield was, left him wide open for the shot.
On near side, Baisden checked in, drives inside the 3-point line, jumper rolls off, but Benji Atkins once again cleans it up on the glass and puts it in.
4 in the first half, 4 in the second half here, 8 total for the game for Benji Atkins, and that basket was a big one.
As Ilverton in the lane puts up the right-handed hook, can't hit, rebounded by Baisden, out to Cam Blevins, wins the race to the rim as he blows by Blankenship. And Cameron Blevins with 14 points, the lead up to a dozen for Chapmanville. As Ilverton on the right wing, 2:32 to go in the third quarter. Blankenship back over to Hatfield, and when Logan needs to try and make a move here near the end of this quarter, Chapmanville takes a double-digit lead into the fourth quarter. That's going to make things monumentally difficult on Logan to try and come back. As Sherrod, he'll gather and fire the 3, and hit off the back of the iron, dived there and just fell through. What a break for Logan.
And when he released that shot, I thought it was going to get stuck on the back iron, and somehow it went through. And I was about to say, if you're Logan, you want to try to at least cut 4 points off this lead going into the fourth quarter. Whistle and a foul underneath. I think Blankenship got his arm around the waist of Zion Blevins to prevent a lob on the inside. But Logan knocks down that three. It cuts it to 9. Now, if you're the Wildcats in minute 59, you want to try to trim 2 points off of that here. Try to get it to 7 or get to the free throw line, knock it down, get it to 8. And then in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, try to cut that lead maybe down to 5 or 6 and then just keep cutting into it.
Inbound it. Atkins gets it over to Cam Blevins. Back to Atkins. Now to Golly, who fumbled the catch. Fires the three anyway. That one left short. Here comes Sherrod with it. Could this be the time for Logan to make their move? Again, the three from Sherrod a moment ago brings it down to 9. Can they get this back to where it was at halftime on this trip, or maybe a little closer? Out front for Hatfield. Fakes. Dribbles back out. And trying to get Miller to come to him now as he passes over to him on the right side. Miller into the corner for Blankenship. Cameron Blevins all over him. Gives it back to Miller in the right corner. Now back to Blankenship. Logan waiting patiently as Chapmanville quickly got out of that zone defense. Blankenship dribbled it off his foot. Loose. Benji Atkins fights for the loose ball. Over to Gollihue, to Cam Blevins, and an easy 2 for Chapmanville.
Back to the 11-point game now. Back to double digits for Chapmanville off the turnover. Chapmanville doing what they do well, making their turning defense into offense.
Again, that could be a huge change of momentum right there as Clancy. What a fadeaway by him as he had to arc that so high over Zion's hands and gets it to fall. 48 seconds left in the third. 48-39 Chapmanville. Blevins out to Gollihue. Gets it over for Bayston. Bayston dribbles in, kicks it out. Cam Blevins fires on a three. That one online, but too strong. Bayston, though, gets position underneath. He'll grab the board for Chapmanville, but he steps out of bounds trying to get to the left side.
Third time that Bayston's been able to get in there and get an offensive rebound for the Tigers and keep the possession alive. Unfortunately, first time tonight that he gets it and steps on the inline dribbling out, and that's a turnover to give it back to Logan. It's only 8 turnovers on Chapmanville, 10 against the Wildcats so far through his third quarter. Now 33 seconds left. Logan with an opportunity to cut it to 7 or maybe even 6, and if they do hit a 3, that would trim a 12-point deficit in half.
Again, it felt like Chapmanville's dominated this quarter more than it shows on the scoreboard, but Logan's been hanging tough here in the last few minutes as Hatfield, tough drive, gets by the defenders, tries a spinning layup, can't get it to fall. Sherrod on the putback, misses. Rebound tipped underneath. Hatfield tries to save it, but it goes right to Trenton Atkins. Zion up ahead, Gollihue, who leaked out, and he'll lay it in with 5 seconds to go in the period as Logan will have to hurry. Blankenship, he'll heave from hand side of half court, and it gets stuck underneath. Or in the basket that time. And Logan,
that's a wedgie, Chris.
Yep. Again, that was kind of indicative of the way that quarter closed for Logan as Chapmanville now leads at 50-39 as we head to the final 8 minutes of action. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
It has.
Dear Lord. (50-39), Chapmanville leads Logan, looking to sweep the season series as we head to quarter number 4. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Robbie Mounds, our engineer here on Video Productions, with Seth Eastep, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. Chapmanville will get first look at the final period, going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial. Logan left to right. Zion pulls up for 3 in front of Sherrod, and there's a huge bucket. They say a 2 now as he had a foot on the line, but nevertheless, that increases the lead to 13.
Yeah, I can see how that could have been a call of 2 with them big boots that Zion wears out there.
Oh, man, but that a big hurt to Logan's chances, and now could be even more devastating as Zion with a steal. Drives in, poked away by Blankenship. No, they're going to get him for the foul instead. But, man, Cole Blankenship has such quick hands on the defensive end. He comes away with so many deflections and steals, but that time got a piece of the hand.
Yeah, he's so good coming up with them on the defensive end. Usually when he's getting them, it's leading the offense for Logan. And they're down 13 here, 7:25 to go. They have to step up the defensive intensity here. Come up with some steals. They nearly do right there. Zayden Sherrod, nearly stole the inbound pass.
Get it over to Golly, who he'll pull from the parking lot and buries it a deep three, and that could be back-breaking for Logan here early in the fourth quarter unless they get going quickly, and they do on the other end as Sherrod takes it on the left side, and he'll lay it in.
5 quick points to start. Now Logan gets the bucket back. Now they got to come up with a defensive stop here.
55-41 Chapmanville. Again, Logan led the majority of the first half. Chapmanville went on a late run, took a 7-point lead, and they've only increased it since then as Zion pull up from the right elbow, no good. Rebounded by Clancy. Again, Logan needs some positive trips strung together right now if they're going to try and climb back into this. As Chapmanville has been hot in the second half. Clancy back near side for Hatfield into the corner. Sherrod drives in, going to get a blocking foul against Chapmanville. Looks to be Cameron Blevins.
Yeah, good job by Blevins to get over, slide the feet, prevent the drive. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the feet slowed down quick enough to possibly draw a charge. But you saw right there out of that, after that possession, Coach Brad Napper right in front of us going to a 1-3-1 defense, and the Tigers trying to trap off of the first pass.
Here is Sherrod, gets it back out for Ilderton. Clancy, top of the key, he'll pull in front of Zion for three, and he banks it in.
We've seen everything this half from Logan. We've seen, there's a 30-second timeout now by Logan. We've seen Zayden Sherrod, nearly shoot a three that got stuck on the back of the rim and then drop. We've seen a half-court wedgie from Cole Blankenship, and that one there, we see a top of the key, maybe a little bit towards the left wing, but more top of the key, bank shot three by Julius Clancy.
And right now, Logan will take it however they can get it as they try and climb back into this game. Again, they shaved what was a 16-point lead back down to 11 now, still early in this fourth quarter. But they are going to have to be really tough on the defensive end and continue to stay consistent on the offensive side. But again, you're getting shots like that to fall. Not exactly how you want it to go, but again, you'll take it how you can get it. But everything's being a struggle right now for Logan on the offensive end.
First 5 of the quarter went to Chapmanville, last 5 to Logan. Now out of the 30-second timeout, that's going to allow Logan to set up some defensive pressure, and they're coming out in a little bit of full-court pressure. And, we saw this in the third quarter, the first meeting, where they were able to get back in it, and Hatfield's going to get called for personal foul as he tried to get to the baseline and cut off Cam Blevins, but he bodied him up a little too much.
Inbound into the backcourt. Blevins going up against Clancy. He's able to stay in front of Blevins right now as Clancy. Cameron between his legs over to Zion. Zion looking down low, hangs on to it up against Hatfield, drives towards the baseline, pull up, and hits it off the bank. Zion Blevins got just enough of an angle to find the backboard that time as Sherrod attacks quickly in the other end, goes up against Benji Atkins, and he'll hit in front of him.
Yeah, Sherrod's now got 7 points in this half, 9 for the game.
57-46. Cameron Blevins over to Gollihue, forces his way into the paint, turnaround jumper for him. That one's short. Rebound tipped up, loose underneath. Ivan Miller bats it into the air to try and keep it away from Atkins, and he'll be out of bounds off of Logan.
Well, getting ready to say, Chapmanville, no need to rush things. The only shot that you want to see if you get them inside the paint, like you got the Zion Blevins bank shot and that shot attempt there from Joey Gollihue. So Chapmanville, if they don't have the shot in the paint right away, they're going to back it out, run a little bit of time off his clock, and there's an errant pass.
Yeah, I was going to say dangerous on the inbound, and Sherrod just leaped up and ripped it away. Out to Hatfield. Big if this goes. It's going to be short. Rebound into the corner. Miller chases it down for Logan. Back out for Hatfield. Again, 57-46. Chapmanville leads it. 5:20 to go. Ilderton jumps into the lane, drives in, can't hit on the layup. Miller, strong board, goes back up and puts it in.
6 point of the contest for Miller. Cuts it back to a 9-point game. We'll see if Logan can come up with another defensive stop.
5:05 remaining here again. It was a 16-point lead for Chapmanville earlier this quarter. In just a couple of minutes, Logan has trimmed it down to 9. Zion had his pass deflected away by Sherrod. It goes out of bounds into the Chapmanville bench, stays with Chapmanville.
4:54, still a lot of time in this basketball game. As you mentioned, Chris, 9-point deficit for Logan. If they're turning the ball over and knocking down outside shots, that's nothing.
They get it in, back out front now. Golahue left wide open for 3, off the back rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, Logan comes away with it. Here comes Sherrod. Over for Ilderton, drives in, bodies up a man, gives it back to Clancy. He drives in strong on the right side, and he'll lay it in, and the lead down to 7.
Timeout Logan. We'll see if they take a 30 or a 4. Looks like it's going to be a 4. Very fortunate for Chapmanville that they didn't foul Clancy. There was a lot of body contact in there when he finished at the rim.
Logan has cut a 16-point lead down to 7. We'll be back after this as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
After trailing by 16 a moment ago, and Chapmanville with the ball with 4:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you this evening as Logan comes out in full court pressure. Golahue, dangerous pass, but Benji Atkins intercepts it. Gives it to Zion, drives in, over to Barry, goes up, two-handed block by Sherrod. Here comes Logan back the other way. Clancy into the corner, and there's going to be a foul on Cameron Blevins as he and Clancy jawing now. And things starting to get hairy for the Chapmanville Tigers all of a sudden.
Good job by the official to get in there and make sure nothing else happened after the conversation. Just a little friendly conversation. They might have been asking about where they want to go to eat after this game, maybe. But no, this is 11-2 Logan run. Hatfield missed a shot.
And taken away by Zion Blevins as a missed opportunity for Logan. Now Zion in trouble, and quickly Brad Napper wants a timeout. A 30-second timeout as he was fearful of a turnover that time. With 4:08 to go again, this lead just evaporated so fast. And again, Chapmanville not going to slow down and just try and take possessions here in this final period. It's just not their style. But some rush shots, some missed chances. Now all of a sudden gave Logan some opportunities, and they've been able to capitalize.
Yeah, you're Chapmanville on the offense, and you just want to continue to move the ball, make good, clean, crisp passes. Don't make no lazy passes. Don't telegraph anything and allow the defense to come in and get an easy steal and go to the other end for a wide open layup and score off of a turnover. Now, if you're Logan, you want to continue on the offensive end. You know, you got 4:08 to go, 7-point game. You can afford to run your offense and run a little bit of the clock to make sure that you get a good shot. They've come up empty on the last 2 possessions, or we could be looking at a 2 or a 3-point game.
It'll be Chapmanville to inbound from in front of their own bench. Benji Atkins gets it into Zion, finds a crease on the left side, goes up and under on a layup, but misses everything. Rebounded by Hatfield, and he'll be fouled as he tries to rip between Golahue and Zion.
Here's the thing with this 4:02 to go. That is the third team foul on the Tigers, and picking up his third personal is Zion Blevins. So again, if you're Logan, 4 minutes to go in this contest, you may want to, Zion's guarding you, you may want to try to see if you can body him up and get that fourth foul and drive to the rim and force Coach Napper to make a decision here.
Go down low to Sherrod. He hits from the baseline and the lead down to 5. What a move by Logan here in the fourth quarter. Up ahead to Barry in the right corner. He kicks it back out to Cameron Blevins. Gets away from Ilderton. Back over to Barry. He'll fire a 3. Hits it!
Needed that in the worst way, Chris. First basket for Drew Barry.
What a moment for that shot from Barry as Chapmanville now sees their lead back up to 8 to slow down this Logan rally here in the fourth quarter. It's over to Clancy on the left side. Clancy waiting here, 3:15 to go. He'll take it to the right side, bounces it back out for Hatfield. Can Logan recover from that big three a moment ago, losing it, but Ilderton gets it back, drives in, and a tie-up called, but it'll stay here with Logan.
You see Chapmanville coming back on the defensive end to go to a little bit of a 2-3 zone to kind of slow Logan down. When they went man-to-man, Logan has been making good, clean, crisp passes, getting into the open lanes and finding some shots, and they've been doing a good job of taking their man off the dribble, has the Logan Wildcats. Now this 2-3 zone is slowing things down and making Logan run a little bit more time off the clock than they would like.
Now Jet Baston checks in for Barry for defensive purposes. Sherrod trying to back in, lost it, and we're going to get another tie-up, and that'll give it to Chapmanville this time.
And now with 2:56, your coach Brad Napper and the Tigers, you can afford to come out and use a little bit of the clock. Full court pressure coming up here for the Logan Wildcats to try to force a turnover, as we'll get a stoppage in play here to wipe up a spill on the court from the perspiration that's falling off of these players, because it's this Danny Gobby Gymnasium is jam-packed. It's getting tempers are not only flaring, but the temperatures in here are starting to get a little heated as well. I'm starting to marinate a little bit over here.
And the thing is, back when Harry Kirk was coaching here, is now a steal goes into the backcourt. Blankenship did a good job of selling that. He made it seem like he never had possession of it and let it roll a couple of yards and then went back and got it. So that saves the turnover for Logan. And now here come the Wildcats as Clancy drives in on Dollahue, almost lost it. Regathers at the free throw line, now to Hatfield, 2.5 minutes to go. Logan running out of time here. Hatfield, tough drive, and Zion Blevins rejects it out of bounds.
And if he could jump stop in that lane, get Blevins up in the air, and then go up with a shot, he could have picked up a fourth personal foul on Zion.
Get it into Ilderton. Driving to the free throw line, lost it momentarily, but able to get it over to Hatfield, now to Blankenship. Again, Logan having to use a lot of time here against this defense. What a move by Blankenship. Spun one way, spun back the other, and lays it in with the left hand.
Man, spin cycle there to get into the lane, cut this back to a 6-point game. Logan with that defensive pressure now. Chapmanville breaks it.
2-on-1 as Atkins drives in. Clancy faked a flop that time. 3 on the way for Blevins, and really no need to fire that up, but he misses it. And now Logan gets it back with under 2 minutes to go. It's Blankenship back over to Hatfield, now to Ilderton. Big trip here for the Wildcats as Ilderton steps back at the free throw line, rattles in and out. Sherrod grabs the board, fakes, goes back up, and it's a 4-point game.
Defensive pressure coming again for the Wildcats. They are really on the run here as we nearly get a steal, but timeout called by Chapmanville. We'll see if Coach Napper wants a 4 or 30. He's still contesting that over the back call, and he felt that Blankenship had possession in the court and then came into the backcourt.
Full timeout will take it as well, with Logan back within 4 as you're listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball here on WVOW and Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care. As a pediatrician, I'm dedicated to supporting the healthy growth of children throughout the community. From preventative care to treatment when they're sick, I'm here to meet a child's medical needs from the time they're born through their teen years. It's because we care about Southern West Virginia, and it's because we know that your child is your everything. Boone Memorial Health, we're bringing specialty care home.
Seth, go ahead and cut it off and bring it back. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you. Chapmanville with the ball, leading Logan 60-56. Ilderton almost a steal. Benji Atkins just acted like a wall to prevent Ilderton from getting to the ball as it goes out of bounds off of Logan.
Yeah, Benji Atkins just he looked like he was boxing out for a rebound there, as he done a good job getting in there and preventing Ilderton from getting the steal. That could have been a little. Hairy. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Look like we need another wet spot wiped up over there if the shoes can't take care of it. But this Logan run, since they fell behind by 16, 55-39 after Chapmanville scored the first 5 points of this fourth quarter. Logan currently on a 17-5 run to get the game back to within 4. And when Chapmanville was up 57-44 after a basket, this Logan run 12-4 now. And how big is that Drew Berry 3 looking right now? If that 3 doesn't fall, this is a 1-point game.
Right now, Logan, full court pressure, and Zayden Sherrod's been a big part of this comeback. 8 points this quarter for him, 13 for the game. He's up ahead to Baisden, now back to Cam Blevins. Logan coming out trying to trap. Cameron Blevins gets away, now to Baisden. Baisden at midcourt, throws it over for Cameron Blevins. Numbers inside, over to Gollahue, wide open layup.
Good job by Chapmanville being patient and finding the open look. And making sure they got it to the open man.
Clancy 3 on the other end online, but just short. Sherrod on the glass and a foul on the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul on Chapmanville. But 60 seconds to go in the game. Chapmanville brings their lead back to 6. Logan's got to find scores now.
And with a minute to go, Chris, something you got to look for Logan. They got two team fouls this quarter. If they don't score and get a steal, they're going to have to start fouling.
Clancy at the top of the key, dribbles in, spins to the center, cut off by Atkins. Still looking for help, gets it to Hatfield, steps back for a 3. That one too strong. Into the corner and out of bounds off of Sherrod.
That's a big miss there, because now with 45.3 seconds left, Logan is in position. If they can't get a steal in the backcourt, they can't get the possession arrow, they're going to have to think about fouling. Both teams with 2 timeouts, by the way. So those could loom largely here in this final 45 seconds.
And Logan's going to have to commit one way or another. Here's Chapmanville breaks the pressure. Gollahue gets inside, and that could be coffin nails as the lead swells back to 8. Ilderton back the other way, drives in, bodies up against Atkins, no good on the shot, gets it back, crashes to the deck, and going to get a foul here against Gollahue with 24.6 seconds to go.
That'll send Logan to the free throw line. That's the 5th foul of the quarter against Chapmanville. So 2-shot bonus foul number 2 against Gollahue.
Again, the back-to-back back-breaking layups by Gollahue, bringing this 4-point lead back to 8. And now there's 24 seconds left in this game. Logan's going to need a miracle now, but what an effort by the Wildcats coming back in this fourth quarter. Again, as you mentioned, Bill, trailed at 55-39. Just about 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Felt like this was going to be a runaway after that, but Logan came charging back and just going to run out of time here as the championship medal of the Chapmanville Tigers coming through in the final stages as Ilderton's first free throw rattles out.
And he still hasn't scored. So now this one becomes a big one, allowing you to set your defense up here off of the made free throw. If it's successful, and missed them both.
And rebounded by Blevins underneath, and he'll be fouled. And now all that's left is to run out the last 22.4 seconds of this game, as that's the 3rd team foul against Logan. As some of the fans now starting to hit the exits as they sense that this game no longer in doubt. Chapmanville is going to win it as Blevins spins away from trouble, gives it over for Gollahue. He gets free again underneath the Baisden, and that'll be the capper on this win for Chapmanville as they will sweep the season series against their county rivals. As Blankenship for 3, it comes up nothing but air. Gollahue grabs it, and that'll do it tonight here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. 66-56 win for Chapmanville over the Logan Wildcats here tonight. Well, Bill and I are going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up tonight's action here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as you are listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
66-56, Chapmanville prevails over Logan to sweep the season series here tonight. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions. Seth Eastep, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. And one more time here tonight, exclusively on video productions, we'd like to thank a couple of our main sponsors here this evening. First, we'd like to thank Joshua Butcher, running for Circuit Judge in the newly combined Logan-Mingo Circuit area. Again, thank you again to Joshua Butcher, running for Circuit Judge in the newly combined Logan-Mingo Circuit area. Paid for by the committee to elect Joshua Butcher, Merle Dempsey, treasurer. We'd also like to thank here on Video Productions, exclusively here tonight, one of our major sponsors, Greg Vance. Greg Vance running for Magistrate Court here in this election year. Again, that's Greg Vance running for Magistrate here this election year. Paid for by the candidate, Roy Lambert, treasurer. Again, what a comeback by the Logan Wildcats, trailing it by 16 points in the fourth quarter. Got it all the way down to 4 points late in the game, but then big shots by Gollihue, big takes by him down the stretch, able to extend that lead back out, and Chapmanville able to come away with this 10-point win. And, you know, it was a tale of really the first quarter and a half being all Logan, or Logan at least being in control of the game, and then after that, it seemed like Chapmanville just took the reins, and Logan didn't really get it back until the fourth quarter when they went on that spurt. But again, one of those games we talked about, Bill, we felt like it was going to be tight all the way. These teams are about evenly matched, and I think it bared out again here tonight. You know, it was a great contest, just different runs at different times in this game, and Chapmanville just had the last one on that 6-0 spurt to help put this game away.
Yeah, I mean, credit Logan. They down 16, they could have very easily folded the tent and put some of them JV guys in, save some legs for tomorrow for a game at Tug Valley. But they saw that they were still in this contest and they still had the opportunity to get back in it. And they did. They came back to cut it to within 4. I mean, it was. Well, let's go back a little further. It was 57-52. They had it down to 5. Drew Berry hits that 3 out of the corner. At the time, we're thinking, well, no. And I think Coach Brad Napper was thinking, no, Drew, we don't need it. Okay, yeah, it's good. And that put them up 8. I believe that right there was just one of the first backbreakers as Logan came back and scored the next 4 points, cut it to 4. And we mentioned it, I mentioned in the break that if not for that 3, it's a 1-point game. That may change things. But Logan couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get any closer than 4 after falling behind by 16. Good valiant effort by the Wildcats, but they come up just on the short end of the stick again to their county rivals. And now they gotta turn the page and get ready for tomorrow night. Tug Valley. They're going to Tug Valley out at Naugatuck, and we know how bad Tug Valley wants to win that game after what transpired there last year with the on-court incident and the play on the court. Emotions boiled over, and it spilled out from the stands.
Well, let's look at the final scoring here tonight on both sides. For Logan, they were led by Matthew Hatfield with 18 points on the night, 4 of those being three-pointers for him. Zayden Sherrod, he was big in the second half, had 2 points in the first half, had 11 in the second half, 13 for the game for him off the bench. Julius Clancy with 12 points, and you had Cole Blankenship with 7 points, Ivan Miller with 6 points to round out the scoring for Logan. On the other side for Chapmanville, they were led by Zion Blevins with 18 points, Cameron Blevins with 16 points, Joey Gollahue with 15, along with Benji Atkins, 8 points, Jet Basin off the bench with 6 points, and Drew Berry with 3 points to round out the scoring for Chapmanville. As Tigers were 4 of 6 from the line. Logan 0 of 2. Again, the only time they went to the line was right there near the end in the fourth quarter, and Elderton couldn't hit on either attempt. But Logan canned 8 threes tonight, Chapmanville 4. But again, the lack of getting to the free throw line for Logan here tonight was hurtful for them. Not being able to really stay with Chapmanville whenever they went on that run in the second quarter, and then early in the third quarter ended up hurting them. But again, Chapmanville, whenever Logan was storming back, Chapmanville steadied the ship and did what state champions do in tough situations like that.
Yeah, I want to see if I got this right. Make sure, because I think I heard the same thing, and I see the same thing in my book. 0-2 Logan from free throw line.
Yeah.
2 free throws in the fourth quarter.
Surprising whenever I looked at that.
4 of 6 Chapmanville, right?
Yes.
All 6 free throws in the second quarter.
Yeah.
So the 2 ending quarters is where all the free throws happen. But I don't think people will realize just how big of a win this is for Chapmanville. I think a lot of people will think, well, you beat Logan, they're 8-8. You should beat them. You're obviously the better team. Logan's not an 8-9 team now.
No.
Given the records that they played and given the overtime losses that they had at the beginning of the year, this is a team that is, just one play away from those losses from being, a 15-2 team. I mean, really the only 2 games that they lost, and this one was in question until the end, the only 2 games that they lost last night in the Parmar shootout against South Charleston and back in early December against Spring Mills. And Spring Mills has been beating everybody, and that's a dangerous team, although I still think Martinsburg is still the favorite, or Morgantown, still the favorite in 4A. Because I know Spring Mills beat them by 4, but that was on their home court. You get to Charleston on a neutral court, I still got to favor Morgantown in that one. But for Logan, this doesn't really hurt their seeding, I believe, if they do get to Charleston, because before we went on the air, and I was looking at it, Chris, and whoever comes out of Region 1, the 2 teams, that entire region and section has a losing record right now. Mm-hmm. There's your 7 and 8 seeds. Okay, if Midland Trail comes out of Region 3, Logan comes out of Region 4, I think you've got to look at the schedules, and I think even though Midland Trail's 14-2, if Logan gets there, I think you have to seed Logan ahead of Midland Trail based on who they played. So now Logan's looking at maybe going into a 5, but I think, Logan is no worse than a 6 seed if they get to Charleston. Now, this win was important for Chapmanville because this is a win over a 3A ranked opponent. And we talked about that AA field last night, the top 6, and you go down to Wyoming East and West Side, 8 teams that are jumbled up there. I mean, Williamstown and Williams Central likely make it out of 1. Region 2 has Petersburg, Frankfort, and Trinity. I think that's your 7 and 8 seeds right there, whoever comes out of that. And then Region 3, how about this? Bluefield 11-4, West Side 13-5, Chapmanville now 14-6. Wyoming East, who nearly knocked off Chapmanville and beat Williamstown, 11-6 now. And then you go to Region 4, Charleston Catholic, Ravenswood, and don't count out Polka there at 9-8. So this was a big win for Chapmanville to pick up that resume-building win that the coaches will look at when they go to seed these teams, when they get to the regional tournaments, once everybody has completed their section. And as you know, Chapmanville's got some quality wins on there. They have some out-of-state losses to some teams down in South Carolina that I think really they're going to look at, and they're really going to say, you know what, They have lost to them. They've lost to Ashland, Kentucky, who's a very good team. Ashland got a win over GW, I do believe. So I think they're going to look at that, and I think that will bump Chapmanville up to maybe, we talked about maybe 4 or 5. I think that might bump Chapmanville up to a 3.
That could be the case as we head down closer to the road to Charleston, as it's creeping up in our mirror right now, as we are into February and nearly the middle of it, and Chapmanville gets the win here tonight over the Logan Wildcats, 66-56, to sweep the season series over the Wildcats. So again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here on WVOW and on Video Productions for helping us bring you all the action this evening. I want to thank Seth Estep, our engineer back in the WVOW studios. Thank Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, the Godfather, Butch Mounts, CEO of Video Productions. I want to thank Bill Lusk next to me and Chris Kidd here with you tonight from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as Chapmanville wins it by 10. You've been listening to and watching Logan and Chapmanville basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.